Alright, what's up everybody? How's it going? It's Burke, aka Dan's Great here, and welcome to a live stream. Hope you're all doing well today. The background music might be, well, there's basically almost no background music here, so we'll do our little sound check like this. Just making sure you can hear what's going on. An instant notification, wow, that's impressive. YouTube doing its job. Who would have guessed? Will we make it to Macarena today? That's a great question. Well, to the temple, obviously. I don't know. I really don't know. So let's do, of course, a little bit of a recap of where we're at while we wait for people to trickle in before we get started with the session itself. So yes, we are continuing the adventure where everything in the game has auto-haste. And obviously, as a result, we're not allowed to slow them down. Well, we couldn't even if we wanted to, but yes, we can't slow them down. And to kind of keep in spirit with sort of the nature of what we're doing here, for now at least, I'm allowing myself not to haste up either. So we're not allowed to haste up, but the enemy is permanently in haste. And then to make things even more fun, we have done no sphere grid up until this point. So it's been a pretty insane challenge, I have to say. But we have made it this far. Now, we're still, relatively speaking, quite early in the game. There's still a lot more to do in terms of the boss battles, and even up until this point it has been incredibly deadly, and especially with the random encounters as well, been very, very unforgiving. But we've made it this far, and so every boss battle at this point, this is kind of so different to how I normally would play it. I really can't tell oftentimes if I can defeat a boss easily, or if it's going to be a really big wall, or whatever's going to actually happen. So at the moment, the next obstacle we have is Crawler, and that's really going to be the same kind of situation where we might be able to win first time, depending on how we do, or we're going to get absolutely destroyed and it's a bit of a wall, and we'll have to kind of figure out what our next moves are going to be. So yeah, we'll take it as it comes. I think what I want to do is I'll probably start the session by just moving things forward and triggering the Crawler fight. Let's just take a look at what we're dealing with, and then we'll kind of decide if we can win and should we push through, and also what is going to be the cost of winning, because at the moment what we've been doing, basically other than what I did for Crawler where I did hack a few things in, it has been a lot of manual farming this time around. I've been trying to show you guys the process of actually like stealing things and trying to get things manually without just hacking everything in. So the cost of winning, if for example, let's say I've got 2 stamina tablets here, and let's say theoretically I can't find a way to win without using both of them, then it's like, well, we won't be able to get these for some time. Is it worth using up both of them here, or should we kind of hang back, steal some more stamina tablets, come in with like 5 or 10, and then try to do it? Same thing goes for things like light curtains. So some of these things I won't be able to accumulate again for a while. And so we have to kind of decide, like, is it even worth the victory if we're using up a huge amount of resources to do it? So that's also like another thing that we need to consider. But I think the best way to find out is actually to go in and see what's going to happen. So we've got some story stuff first, so we'll kind of ease back into it with that. And then we'll move on to Crawler. And if need be, we can just reload this save and go from there. Because Yuna's going to be removed from the party, and we'll hit a bit of a point of no return depending on how far we go, etc. And yeah, another thing, as Carifian expertly points out, is Poison Fang. We've been a bit unfortunate with those. I think I've attempted a fair few steals, but I've not been able to get more than one. And I think that's probably an important one to get a hold of. So maybe we start the session with just a few encounters here and see if we can even pick up 1 or 2 more, because using poison against the Seymours tends to be quite a good strat. For Flux, it's not a problem, but for Natus, we might need to rely on a Poison Fang, potentially. There's other ways to afflict poison, of course, but I think maybe we should take advantage of being here. But to be fair, the wasps tend to always appear in like some of the most dangerous encounters, so I don't really know, but we'll see. I don't even remember what kind of team I was using here. Maybe we'll have some game overs to start the session. I need to warm up a bit as well. It has been a little while. And I'm a little tired today. It's been a very, very busy last 4 or 5 days for me. Just like non-stop. So this is my way of easing back into things, right? So welcome again, everybody. Let's begin the session and kind of see how we get on here. Yeah, SOS Reflect would indeed be a good idea for Seymour, potentially. This seems a little loud for me. Hold on. Okay, that's better. So I think basically I'm mostly after Poison Fangs here, so I think if anything's not a Poison Fang, I should just try to escape. That's a good start. Remember, supposedly, there's only a 25% chance that an escape fails, but I don't know about that. Where can you get SOS Reflect? I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't remember. I assumed maybe you could get one in Beaconell, but if you can't, then obviously it's not a particularly viable strat. Welcome, everybody. How far has the other guy got? Good question. That's the one metric we do have for whether or not something's possible. Voidling is the guy that we're talking about. I've always mentioned him. He's one of the absolute most elite Final Fantasy challenge runners of all time. Go and check out his content if you haven't before. He's been doing this particular challenge in No Sphere Grid version, and he's definitely motivated me a bit to keep the No Sphere Grid going as much as I can. He has defeated Seymour and Anima. I know at least that much. From there on, I think Carifian had mentioned that he'd been silent since then. He doesn't have any updates after that. But I do know that at least Seymour and Anima have been defeated under these particular conditions. So we at least know that it's possible thanks to him. So we'll see if we can do it ourselves as well. Yeah, maybe after Seymour and Anima, you just thought, like, this is too insane, that's enough. I appreciate that, PMA, but if you think I'm the most elite, you probably haven't been watching enough runs. There's definitely some people that have, I would say over the years, I've done, I think, more technically difficult challenges than I have, or like more of them. If I've done 1 or 2 technically really difficult challenges, they've done like 5, 10. So yeah, definitely check out, I always mention BlitzAce and Voidling, like those are the 2 that I would always say. For me, they're like top of the chain in terms of like challenge content. Yeah, it's still No Sphere Grid. Hey Oki, welcome to the stream. Okay, this has been a fantastic start. We haven't had any wasps yet. Will I allow myself to use Quartet or Trio? Again, all of that depends. We will see. I think for this one I should probably still steal, honestly. Maybe one more. There we go. That'll help. Great. Yeah, the furthest at the moment that we know of is beyond Seymour and Anima. So in a few sessions, depending on how I go, we might be able to kind of be the furthest out. So we'll see. Yeah, BlitzAce is working on something new at the moment. I think it's... I forgot exactly what it was, but I think it's maybe like not using purple spheres and like beating the Dark Aeons and stuff. He's always doing some wacky shit. Hey Randy, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there's so many... I've always said it and I'll always continue to say it, but the challenge thing really is endless. You can come up with so much crap. Like when I was much more newer to the challenge scene, I remember red spheres only had started to become quite popular. And so you can do that type of variant of challenge. Like they used to add that on to other challenges where you only activate anything that you can activate on the sphere grid with red spheres. And now he's doing, for example, like a no purple spheres one. Like you can kind of just do anything really. And you'd be surprised at how much it changes the game, just like putting one kind of restriction like that. Okay, we have a wasp, but I forgot to put Tidus in. This is a game over. Ooh. But of course Riku died. I'm gonna need these overdrives. Honestly, maybe I should fire up Waka's overdrive as well, to be fair. I need to have a look at that. I kind of forget, because I'm in Master's mod brain. I'm like, yeah, what, like, my overdrives are gonna get wiped when I get to a boss anyway, but not the case. I can actually use my overdrives. So yeah, We'll leave Waka out there. His overdrives are very powerful, obviously, so I'm going to want a full Waka overdrive for Crawler, potentially. But you can see how hard it is to steal a Poison Fang. Like, even when you do get the Wasp, it's always flanked by really annoying stuff. And so the chances of getting a steal from it is pretty low. I wonder if it's worth tracking back further. Is it just an easier steal to not deal with this crap and just go back further instead? And get it, try and get it from a different type of Wasp? Yeah, I know. What kind of arsehole would make a mod like that? Seriously. I bet they wouldn't have the face to show themselves in this chat if they did. Yeah, I think it might be worth going to the Moonflow. Yeah. I did say I'd go straight into Crawler, but it's still early. We've got plenty of time for this session. I think it's worth going to the Moonflow because another thing I've been looking at is stamina tablets. I'd love to have more than 2. I think especially in the Auto-Haste, no Sphere Grid thing, I think the more we're going to have to utilize like getting Aura and stuff up to double HP. We're going to be facing more attacks, so there's probably going to be bigger like chunks of damage before we're able to heal. And maybe Auto Potion's going to be a strat. So as much as I'd love to move on and entertain you guys more with the boss fight, I should probably do my kind of due diligence here and go back to the Moonflow and do some farming there, because I need Poison Fangs, and I can probably, well, not even probably, I definitely benefit from more stamina tablets. Hey Rhoda, good to see you. Shame you can't stick around. Yeah, this, as I've been saying, like this one, I think the No Sphere Grid Auto-Haste challenge is giving you a bit more of a glimpse into the grindy side of it. So much of this stuff nowadays for me is just like off-screen. Either I just hack through it or I just do it off-screen. Because obviously, I think in terms of just like pure video uploads, it's not really viable to just do like 5-10 hours of grinding as just like part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever. But obviously the live stream format is kind of nice for that, because you can still just chat and interact and have fun and stuff even during the grind, so it's kind of nice. Hey William, good to see you. Thanks for popping in. I know in some of your other challenges, far playing that kind of stuff to keep it moving. Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, I do that so often that for this one, I'm like, let's go a bit more old school. Let's do a little bit of the grinding. I have done it for the Extractor fight, because that one was going to be, like, that was a real wall of a fight. And I needed to even figure out how to potentially beat that thing. So I did hack in a few things. It would have been a lot of Blitzball I had to play. But for some of this stuff, I'm happy to... I'll just grab this while I'm here. But for some of this stuff, I'm happy to just do a bit of this. Now, is it worth doing any lightning dodging here? Obviously, the most lucrative stuff tends to be purple spheres, which in a no sphere grid run, I don't have a ton of use for. But the other prizes, was there anything that I could benefit from dodging the lightning, even like a relatively small amount? Yeah, the run back to the Moonflow is pretty easy. Yeah, I guess you could get some Jex Spheres as well, depending how far you're willing to backtrack. Hey, that being said, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'll keep things like this for now. Get those encounters back on. Alright, we've got some work to do. Shouldn't take too long, I think. There you go. So this is like the perfect encounter. I just need to like not die. Let's start with this one. Coryphean, do you know if like there's certain setups where you can or can't get a stamina tablet? Is it the case that no matter what type of encounter you get, there's the same, like you have an equal chance of getting a stamina tablet in all of them? Or is it like certain encounters will only have a certain preset of things? I don't remember that. Thank you for the gifted membership, William. Appreciate that. Moonflow chests all the same. Okay, good. Let's start with it then. Mega Potion. Obviously, those are going to be nice and useful as well. That's a nice start. I really need some Poison Fangs here. You can probably evade them a little more effectively. Oh, there you go. Okay, so that's a good start. We already have a Poison Fang here. I don't really know what kind of number I want to shoot for Poison Fangs. Obviously 5 seems like a nice kind of number. Ah, damn it. I'm not going to use up Phoenix Downs and stuff, but getting a Poison Fang and a Mega Potion to start is definitely not too bad at all. So if we get that kind of luck, we should be out of here in like 10 minutes or something. So I should probably save too. You just never know with this auto-haste business. Could very easily mess something up. So yeah, let's have another. We've got 2 of each one, I believe. We've got 2 Poison Fangs and 2 Stamina Tablets. So we'll try and shoot for like 5 of each or something like that. See how we go. So I think these encounters I'm happy to leave. If there's no chest in them, it just takes too much time. And I think one thing maybe I will do, Decade suggested it earlier, I think I'm just going to go to flee. I think when I'm in farming mode, I'm happy to do it. I think when I'm like first trying to get through an area, obviously a character escaping or not is kind of part of the... It's part of the roll of the dice, you know, the luck, the whole thing. But maybe for farming stuff, I should just have flee, honestly. I'll just like not use it. It's here, right? So let's break the no sphere grid rules here for this. Cheats go 8 at it again. So we'll do that. And I think that will just make the whole process a little less painful. At least first strike, flee, just get out of there if it's something you don't want. And as I say, when we're going through a new area, I won't use it. Alright, here we go. If there's one modder I know that could do something like that, he is in the building. Yeah, I forgot to... Let's just start to put our new move into action. Alright. Yeah, did you ever consider putting mimics into an area like this, like easier versions or something? Well, obviously easier versions, but I think having having Corypheans appear out the chest could also be quite interesting, but mimics appearing in chests that they shouldn't, kind of thing. Let's heal Riku here. We need the steals. It would be nice, like, every time I encounter one of these, if I could get a Poison Fang, but I think that's a little wishful thinking. He's going to die here. Just so he can get a little more overdrive, I'm going to keep him alive. Okay, that'll do. Now, again, we could literally get a game over here. But I kind of need to. That would be fine. Alright, gonna go for one more steal here. Alright, let's get out of here. So unfortunately nothing this time. Jack just popping out with Triumphant Grasp. Yeah, I'm imagining like a mini Braska's Fine Leon. Just like, you know, with the shot of like the giant hand. Just like clawing onto the thing to climb up. Just doing that, but coming out the chest. Right, this is good. Dragon Scale. Okay. We had a solid start, but after that, things were slowed down. Yeah, this one we've got no use for. I think Flea definitely a good quality of life improvement here. All of these encounters. I think if escaped worked 100% of the time, I probably wouldn't have to bother as much, but it's just too annoying when they don't do it. Because I still feel like that's enough of a penalty where, like, even if it works 100% of the time, because of the turn order, you still need 3 full turns to perform the escape instead of 1. So I still think it's a nice middle ground, but it is how it is. Walker still needs a full overdrive. Let's just wait for him to take a few more hits. No worries. See you later, Oki. Take care. Right. We're close enough. He'll get there soon. Okay, good encounter. Let's start. Ah. Yeah, definitely. That will really, really slow it down. That's why. That's another reason I'd rather kind of do it now. Can we take this guy out? Probably not. All right, good. Riku just gets picked on too much, man. I will use the Phoenix down here, but the problem is they come back with such little health that keeping them alive after that's also a challenge. There you go. But I think once we get these like double wasp encounters, we really need to just make sure we still keeps getting attacked. Hey all too, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. That's better. Come on. Try again. Oh. Ooh, she survived with a natural 1. Wow. Hey RJ, welcome to the stream. Can you guard? Yeah, it's no secret, so we can't. We just got power break. Nope. I'll try and steal maybe one more time from each one and then I'll give up. Yeah, maybe this has got too dangerous now, honestly. That's the thing, they kind of wear you down. And I just can't be bothered to keep tossing potions and stuff to stay healed, otherwise we'll just run out pretty fast. I might need all the gil that I can get here. Don't know what other equipments I might want, so don't want to spend too much money buying like more high potions and stuff. Yeah, so we had a cracking start, but since then it's been back to the grind. Depending on how it goes, I'll probably reduce my Poison Fang requirement to like 3. I think 3 should be okay. Like bare minimum. See you later, Kane. Take care. I think let's do it differently, maybe. Oh, there you go. It's another Poison Fang. That's more like it. What I want to do... I feel like the chances of me getting 2 from the same one is probably pretty low. So I'm going to take this one out. Hey, Chris. Welcome to the stream. So I'm just going to leave this wasp by itself. Right, let's get Riku back in. Okay. Mega Potion. I mean, those are still pretty good. Like, they're a good consolation prize, so I don't mind that one too much. Okay. Come on, Poison Fang. Let's get another one. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we actually got 2 in 1 encounter. That is so Final Fantasy X. That is so Final Fantasy X. Yeah, Mega Potion plus 2 Poison Fangs. This was a really good encounter here. Obviously, since we'd only had 1 steal, it's worth sticking around. Just seeing if we can get really lucky. Getting 2 Poison Fangs from the same wasp is very unlikely, but why not? Alright, last one, I think. Cool. I mean, we got lots of steals there, can't complain, but let's finish that one off. 220 gil for that win. Fair play. We'll take it. Definitely will save here. So up to 4 Poison Fangs, but still only 2. Can we now pretend you sell 7? Alright. You guys got no patience, man. You can't win. If you hack them in, you're a hacking cheat. And if you don't hack them in, it's like people get impatient, they want you to move on. Let's grab this. Another Mega Potion. I mean, honestly, for the Mega Potions as well, it's worth sticking around. Those have been really nice. We need to steal 99. Yeah, that would test my patience. Trying to get like 99 stamina tablets here would be very pointless, but it would also test my patience a lot. That's the kind of weird, like, they're almost like concept streams where you could probably come up with a concept like that, like stealing 99 of every item in the game. Like, I'm not ending the stream until I do this, and people would just tune in just to see like why you're doing something so silly, and just seeing if you can make it through without losing the will to live. Like, those streams, ironically, can be a lot more popular than doing something else. Yeah, exactly. Get quick hit and Besaid. Something like that, yeah. Yeah, I've never tried to do like a proper endurance stream. I really feel like that's not my jam. Even streaming more than like 3 hours is something I do very rarely. Trying to do like a real, like, proper super long stream. I don't know. Maybe someday though. How do we even farm 99 turbo ethers? The only way you can get them is by being a chocobo catcher. What about if you even if you equal it, it wouldn't be enough, right? That's funny. Is that even possible? Can you do it? Like, are there enough increments? Yeah. That's such a weird one. I'm trying to think, could that somehow, is that even possible? I guess, but you could try and do... You do get a Turbo ETH if you get Sub-Zero if you already got the Sun Sigil. Okay, fair enough, yeah. I can do that. To be fair, I have been pretty good at that game on live streams. Lightning dodging is more like mixed bag. I've done the 200 on a live stream before, but I've also failed. I think like a real challenge would be like the jump rope on a live stream would be a massive, like, annoying challenge for me to do. And then trying to do like, I don't know, 1,000 lightning dodges just for the hell of it. That kind of stuff would be insane. I don't recommend long streams on the rate. Yeah, I mean, I've been streaming now regularly by my own standards for like 2 years now, I think, something like that. And I generally like it where it's at. I think the most I could probably do, I'd have to shuffle around like everything else I do on the channel. I could probably go once a week, but I don't see myself as being like multiple days a week streamer guy. Even though it's probably more lucrative for me, it's just not me. But what is for me is the stamina tablet I just picked up right there. That's good shit. We finally got one. $200 line dodge, but it's a ×2 speed. Holy shit, yeah. Yeah, I kind of would like to see one day, like, what is the maximum amount of lightning dodges I could do. I've never tried to go beyond 200 for obvious reasons, but... I should have done this something instead. Let me get rid of one of these first, again. Alright, get another one. Alright, I think now we try and take it out. Hey Romeo, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Alright, let's get rid of this one. Let's get the chest. Dragon scale. Picked up a fair few of those. Oof. I'm just gonna try and do an escape here. Yep. And then go for another steal. Ooh, it was worth it. Totally worth it. Up to 5 poison fangs now. Excellent. That's what we needed. Whew. Alright, pretty good so far. Damn, time flies. It's already been half an hour. Oof. So, how are we looking now? It's 5 and 3, I believe. Yeah, 3 of those, 5 of those. I really need a few more stamina tablets. So whatever poison fangs I get, by the time I get 5 stamina tablets, I think that's how we'll do it. We're nearly there. Okay, another good encounter. Hey Donuts, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. 2 antidotes. I think let's just get rid of this guy. A lot of dragon scales. Right, I think I'll go for one more steal. And then we'll take it out. Okay. Another good encounter. Come on. Let's make these pay off. I'm going to try one more steal. Nope. Okay. Get rid of that one. Heal her up. Yeah, it feels to me like she gets picked on disproportionately, but I'm pretty sure it's just RNG. Always can be hard to tell the difference sometimes. Let's wait. one more heal for her. At least we're learning a few overdrive modes as well. You never know. Could be helpful. But I say, let's get out of here. Last try. Oh! Some clutch last... Like, the chances of that particular steal happen is low, man. Damn. Alright, the Poison Fangs have been pretty good, I have to say. Wow. I really wasn't expecting much from that one. I think that was like steal number 4 or something. Wow. Alright, really need some stamina tablets now. It's funny, I started with 2 stamina tablets and 1 Poison Fang, I think, or 3 and 1? No, it was 2 and 1. And now I'm up to 6 Poison Fangs and 3 stamina tablets. Sheesh. Keep getting that dragon scale appearing. Alright, I think I'm going to steal less Poison Fangs now, just to speed up. I'm going to go for like maybe 1 steal. There you go, you see. The Poison Fang luck has been in, I have to say. So let's not overdo it too much. Yeah, exactly, Francisco. Final Fantasy X works in mysterious ways. I saw that and it was like... Oh. Hey Dan, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Wow, we've got this encounter so many times. Come on, stamina tablet. Let's try again. Right, we'll give Riku 1 more steal here. She's been on a bit of a roll, so we'll give her 1 more try. Fair enough. I mean, you've got to remember, Poison Fang is just a nice, like, straight up 2,000 damage as well. So, even if you don't use them specifically for poison, sometimes it's just like a nice non-overdrive way to do damage. Guaranteed damage. And the challenge this difficult, we're going to need to pull out every stop to get through. Is this one again? Mandret, you are exactly right. You get it. When people ask, why do you do things like this? Auto-Haste, twice the fun. That's a good way to sum it up. Except for when it's not, but hey. Don't worry about that. Go for 1 more. Okay. Make a swift exit. So stamina tablets are not happening right now. And unfortunately with those, even if you get lucky, you can only ever get 1 per battle. So, gotta be patient. Not specifically, no. Mega Potions are up to 17 now, though, as a result of the farming we've been doing here. So that's been nice. But the stamina tablets are the priority here. Just been getting a lot of dragon scales. So I think at this stage I'm going to mostly abandon Poison Fangs as well. We need to get a move on. How many was it for Auto Potion? Stamina tablets, was it like 4? It's like 4, 6, 8, something like that. That's another reason, obviously, stamina tablets could be useful. For someone like Auron, because he's just going to get even less turns moving forward because of Auto-Haste. If he can auto-potion himself and still be a viable tank because of that, then obviously that really helps too. So I've got to think about that as well. But at the moment, like having enough stamina tablets to customize it and to also use them in battle is a bit unrealistic. We'd need like a few hours of grinding for that, probably, at least. Item and turn management. Yeah, I would definitely say the turn management side is obviously very crucial. And just finding ways to nullify damage as best you can, because the enemy just gets so many turns. So ways to nullify damage with like darkness, silence, null elementals, proof elementals, all of that stuff. It really comes into play heavily, more so than usual. It is 4, okay. So that's good, but then obviously it's like, it'd be nice to kind of have like 6 or 7, so that you could auto potion and you can still double HP in battle. I guess another way to look at it is, how do we double HP with Riku's overdrive? Do we have the items for that? Because if you don't have stamina tablets, obviously there is another way to do it, using Riku's overdrive. But I always forget the combinations for those things. I use them quite rarely. But obviously, again, it takes up an overdrive. It takes time in the battle, time that you might not have. So ideally, you just want to use the use command and just get it done. But it's a good plan B. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised we've only had 1 stamina tablet at this stage. That's pretty unlikely. Yeah, we are farming. We've got a little more left to do. I want at least probably a couple of stamina tablets here, minimum, before I move on. But then after that, I'm hoping we should be able to make... We should be able to kind of push forward. We shouldn't need to backtrack again after that. All the mixes involve a stamina tablet or 3 stars. Okay. Yeah, I wondered if there was this, like, a HP doubling mix that didn't use a stamina tablet. Isn't there one that doubles the HP of one character that maybe doesn't use a tablet? But I think in any case, 5 was the number I wanted before getting here. I think 5's like the bare minimum for me. Ah, shit, she's only got half HP. Come on. Okay. You can mix 2 high potions. Well, there you go. Okay. I'm pretty sure there was something like that, but you were the one with the list, so... For the target, yeah, I think that's one you'd have to live with. You just got to live with the RNG of that, but... That's basically the plan B if stamina tablets is just taking too long. So we'll definitely stick around until we have 5. Basically, once we commit to Crawler and beyond, then it's going to be a very busy, like, boss battle intensive next few sessions. So this is kind of the calm before the storm. And we might hit some really, really significant walls. Crawler itself could be one. Obviously Seymour and Anima, so it's definitely like probably the most intimidated I've been, because with this one it's kind of a rare situation where it's been a long time since I've done a challenge where I genuinely don't know what the end game is, like what's the outcome of it. Yes, we do have Voidling, but even for Voidling we don't know what he did after Seymour and Anima. So where does the challenge end? It's kind of unknown. So for something like, let's say, Corypheon's Masters mod, you know obviously that it can be completed, because, you know, otherwise why would he release the mod? I mean, Corypheon's that guy. Maybe he could make an uncompletable mod, but you know what I mean. So I'm used to that kind of thing, but with this one is genuinely an unknown. So that's exciting, but it's also very intimidating. You just don't know what to expect and what's going to be a complete wall. And if something is a wall, is it the kind you'll be able to overcome, or are you going to have to really give up the challenge? So we'll have to see. Ah, yes, it wouldn't be Cotillionaire without her own brand of humor entering the chat. Good to see you as always. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Maybe she'll bring us some luck and we'll get some stamina tablets here. Here we go. No. Sorry, Cotillion, I'm going to have to ban you. You've not brought the luck that we've needed. Alright, Riku, one more try. Yeah, the Poison Fang luck has gone as well. Come on. We have gotten so many dragon scales. Whew. Yeah, pretty much. I think that's exactly what's going to happen, but I'm kind of enjoying a bit of old school farming at the moment, if I'm being totally honest. You might think, how can someone miss doing stuff like this? But I don't know, I do. That's kind of what I came up from. It's just a part of my relationship with the game. I'm so used to the farming and the grind, even though I haven't done it as much in like the last 10 years or something. It's just part and parcel of challenge gameplay for me. And like live streams just offer that rare opportunity to kind of do it in a way where you can still be hanging out with people and while basically making content and entertaining people, all that kind of stuff. So I won't like do crazy amounts of farming on live stream, but I do want to dabble in it now and then. I think we'll put like a time thing on it. So it's my time's 2:17 PM at the moment. We'll go till 2:30, and whatever we have until then, we'll just stick with. Because we have stamina tablet number 4, finally. So we've got 13 minutes to pick up one more. Let's see if we can do it. Imagine trying to make fun of a British native's accent. Yeah, I do a lot of that whole proof of concept business and then just like do something, just hack it in anyway. I think for when we, like, if we need some super big grinds, I think that's probably what I'll do. But I think for now, these are, in relative terms, these are pretty easy to do. The call of 5 Fantasy 10 is irresistible. Tell me about it. Hey Real, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yeah, we've definitely started the session with grinding, but I think once we push forward, it's going to be more like grinding the wins of the battle, basically, rather than trying to farm for items. But it will be a grindy session, but a different type of grind, I think. Farming this game is actually kind of relaxing. I think when you're in ×2 speed and you can have the like just the music, I think it's also a bit nicer. Alright. Come on, one more. Yes, there it is. Okay. So we have the required, well, quote-unquote required. I have no idea what's actually required or not, but that's good. I'm happy with that. So anything we get from here on is a bonus. We've got about 10 more minutes here. And then we shall move on. So we'll keep trying to steal more Poison Fangs like so. And more stamina tablets, the more the better. But for now, we have what we need. I think we're almost up to like 10 Poison Fangs now. Let me save definitely here. Absolutely, Fenrir, yes. That's why, like, if I had all the time in the world, then I'd more often than not just prefer to just farm stuff. I do prefer to play it that way, but it's always just a trade-off. And especially for full-time content creation is there's only, I think, so much you can do in terms of the farming stuff. The sense of achievement and all that is nice, but I think the sense of like the entertainment value of just being able to make it to the next boss fight and hopefully win, especially if you're kind of having to trade off time, which you always are. And more often than not these days, especially, obviously, I take the path of least farming, where I can just get to the boss fight and hopefully win and have fun fighting and entertain you guys by doing it at the same time. Plenty of dragon scales. I haven't checked how many I have, but good number. Yeah, it's fine. I bet I don't get another thing. Like the whole... I won't get another Poison Fang or Stamina Tablet. But I did get an extra Poison Fang, I think, already. Okay, let's get out of here. We've got our full overdrives and stuff as well. Yeah, I definitely love another stamina tablet or two if I'm lucky. But the Mega Potion supply is definitely looking really good. So that's a nice bonus here. Let's get out of here. It tends to always take at least about an hour for everyone to roll in. Like the numbers that you start to get in a stream between the first hour, hour and a half. Unless it's like a really special event that you've like hyped people up for and built up for. It does take quite some time. Obviously people get notified at different times and all that kind of stuff as well. So sometimes it is kind of nice to start these sessions off a little more slowly so that more people can actually catch the action of like the boss fights and the progress and that kind of thing. So if there's ever a time to do some farming, it tends to be like near the start of a session. Chat Blitzball was hectic, yeah, for sure. As I say, like some of those are much more like events, and those are different, but like when it's those events, the people obviously come in a lot more quickly. It takes like maybe 15-20 minutes for the numbers to start to really come up. You must have 20 Mega Potions at this point, easily. I think Seymour maybe. Obviously, we still have the random encounters as well. Before we get there, and we have all the scenes, and like there's a lot to do. So Seymour feels unlikely to me, but Seymour. Yeah, I need to hear that, to be fair. Chat Blitzball should be at least an annual thing. Sure, we can do that. It was definitely a fun stream. I forgot exactly what we ended up achieving. We beat the Luca Goers in the storyline thing. And then I said, I think there was like a level 2 version where we had to try and beat the Albert Sykes. I think we didn't do that one. Like, we didn't complete it. You guys will have to remind me exactly what we did there. Beat Luca in one go and then Sykes, but we couldn't get it. Yeah, okay, yep. Well, to be fair, I was planning to basically take August off from live streams. I generally want to slow down a bit on the channel. It's been a really, really hectic time. And just outside of channel stuff, I've been so busy. Like the month of July has just been ridiculous. And so I'm a little bit more tired and burned out than usual, so I think I need to slow things down. I tend to do it every summer anyway. I try to slow things down for like a month or two. And again, key being like slow down. I never really stop. That's kind of how I am. But I tend to slow it down, and so I was planning to not do any more live streams during August. But I do have my birthday's on Monday, the 11th of August, and like everyone around me is just like busy working. I have time during the day. I'm going to be at home, so maybe I'll just do a birthday stream, and maybe during the birthday stream we can do some more chat plays blitzball kind of stuff. So that might be the only stream that I do in August, potentially. We'll still do the Friday premieres for the Masters mod, but in terms of live streams, I'll probably take a little break from that. So that could be a plan. We'll kind of get to hang out, birthday stream, all that business, and we'll do like a one-off. We'll do another, maybe chat plays blitzball kind of thing. Spending your birthday getting trolled by... To be fair, it's not going to be me playing, so I don't really care. It's you guys getting trolled. For me, it's just nice. I'm hands off. I get to watch you guys suffer. Or succeed, of course. Are you turning 35 yet? Not this year. I'm turning 34 next year. Next year, I hit Oren's age. So yeah, still just over, well, there's still about 3 weeks to go, but that might be something we do. So stay tuned for that. As we grab another stamina tablet. Good, just getting a few more little steals in before we get out of here for good. Let's do it. Throw another save in. Thankfully this area at this stage is kind of early enough in proceedings that the chance of game over is pretty low, but still. I forget that I'm barely older. What do you mean by that? Are you younger than you think? Or am I older than you think? Be careful with your answer. Feeling old already and I'm 27. 27 at this stage, you're one of the babies of the chat. It's definitely something that I've noticed over the years is that my audience tends to be basically on average the same age as me. So we've kind of grown up together in that sense. And so especially nowadays, I think like 10 years ago, like 15 years ago, I had a lot more people probably in their late teens and early 20s that used to watch me. But now, roughly speaking, it's kind of the same cohort, but they're all just older now. So a lot of people are in their like early to mid 30s, late 20s. I think like 27 to 40 tends to cover like the majority, I think, these days. It definitely, that definitely wasn't the demographic like 10 years ago, 12 years ago. So in that sense, we've grown old together. That's the way I look at it. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think a lot of people would have started in their teens. I mean, I started in my teens. I was 16 when I started the channel. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I think a lot of people were in their teens/20s when they first started watching, and now a lot of people in their late 20s, early, mid, late 30s, that kind of thing. Okay, I think I'll make this one the last encounter. I think it starts to get a little more embarrassing when people are like, oh, I was like 10 when I started watching your content. I'm like, what? Because once I started figuring out, like, the general ages of my audience, I think that started to happen a lot more once I started the 24/7 stream, and I started to directly interact with people a lot more. I was, obviously, by then, I was like 27, 28, so again, I was seeing people my own age. And at the earliest, people were like, you know, 15, 16, 17 when they started watching. And I wasn't too much older back then anyways, it felt the same. But if you do get like those rare people that literally have started watching the channel in the last, say, 5 years, they're like, oh yeah, I was like 10 when I started. I'm like, what the hell? Those ones really make you feel old. Yeah, I mean, fair play. If you're like 10, 11, 12, and you're kind of into Final Fantasy X and some of the other games I play on the channel, as I say, you have good taste. But in terms of like being active in the community, I think it's nice that most of us are a similar age. It gets very difficult when you have a very big range of ages in the chat. Like trying to, it's just, can you imagine it in real life? You've got a bunch of like 25 to 40-year-olds kind of chatting, and there's like a few 10, 11, 12, 13-year-olds kind of hanging around. That's just like, that's a difficult situation. So I think it's good this way. Okay, so let's have a look at the situation. We've got 32 mega potions. That's huge. That's like a really nice byproduct of what we've been working on. And we're definitely going to need those. We have, let's see, 20 dragon scales, which is a very healthy number. We got 8 poison fangs, pretty good. And we got 6 stamina tablets. I was going for 5 and 5, so having that many I think is pretty nice. Light curtains 15, I think we can work with that. And 39 lunar curtains definitely looks like a pretty healthy number to me. So I think I'm ready to at least go ahead and give Crawler a try. And we'll see what happens from there. So thank you for your patience. We are now going to move things along. No encounters. And see how we do against Crawler. See you later, Cot. Take care. Thanks for joining us. Also, I guess we do have this. We might as well. How many more did we need? Hold on. This could be important. So we've got Shooting Star. How many did we need for Banishing Blade? Let's just view this anyway. I'm trying to think. We should probably try and get Banishing Blade sooner rather than later. It could be useful. Let's grab it.